It's time to make some progress on the 370Z Pro car. Got my friend Connor Murphy here in the back, which I'll say hi to you in a second. We're gonna be doing all of the fabrication needed for this car to get it running for the year. We're gonna be starting off with some simple stuff. We got the Bulldog in the rear, say hi Connor.
Hey, what's up guys?
He actually did all the really cool stuff on Nate Hamilton's car, so I trust him big time. We've got the Bulldog rear end right here that I had to make some janky cuts to make it fit, as you guys kind of saw, but we're going to be making it fit and he's gonna be fabricating everything up, making it look nice. So we've got the rear end to clean up, and then I think we're gonna figure out engine mounts, trans mounts, get everything measured so I can get a custom drive shaft made, and then move on from there. Another video that we'll do is all the interior. We've got to mount, all the dry sump, the overflow expansion, all that kind of stuff, radiator, my body kit mounts. We got a lot to do with the car, and now that he's here, we can finally get it done. So I've been gone for the past, I guess I've been gone longer than I thought. I didn't get much footage of Connor finishing up the rear end, but he's already got the rear end back in the car and he's already fabricated it. I'm really excited to see it. I'm taking this turn way too damn fast for a GX 460. I'm excited to see what Connor can do because he built, like I said, Nate's car and he's done some insane work. Almost home. Let's check it out. Oh, that's impressive. For the BMW, silly car. And been doing some body work on the Miata. I got some updates for you guys on that car. It's gonna be pretty sick. I guess I was gone longer than I thought. Or you just work fast. I know, I saw you sent a picture. I'm like, damn, you already coated it? Oh, lordy.
Yes, sir.
That's sick, dude.
She's in there.
Oh my God, that's awesome. Babe, come look at this. Oh, well, I'm the last person to see it, man. Hell yeah. Look at that, dude. The clearancing for that dog.
It's good.
That's crazy cool. That is so good. So it's done. The rear's done.
The rear's done.
Holy crap.
Yep. And now we are going to shim the engine up because the headers are hitting.
Yep.
And then once we shim the engine up, we can put the transmission.
You guys got to see this. So I think that Nate had these brackets reworked. I assume to go with a dry sump.
What me?
Yeah. I assume to go with the dry sumps. As you can see right here, they barely go around my dry sump, and for obvious reasons, it's pretty obvious that seems what he was going for there. I think it put the engine a little too low because this is an ISR LS swap kit, and typically ISR is pretty good about fitment, and it's not even close at the moment. So I don't know. It doesn't seem like the engine's like tilted back at all or anything like that. I mean, it seems fairly level with the car, but I don't know. I think we might just toss the transmission on real quick and then see, like, it may be tilted back a bit. I don't think so, but
I mean, it looks pretty spot on from the.
Yeah, so we're gonna either shim the engine up a little bit, or one way or another, we're figuring it out. So got Mr. Hulk over here. Okay, yeah, I think we just need a trans cross member. Okay, that's cool. So now we got to put the dog box on. I'm pretty excited about that. Haven't actually installed the dog box yet. So we'll do that and see about making the cross member. We actually did a little bit of measuring, and the cross member is going to line up pretty closely to the stock bolts.
So it should be pretty easy to make them out straight across.
Oh, this is exciting. Then we just have to take measurements for the custom drive shaft. And as long as the wiring dude doesn't take too terribly long, this car could be running pretty soon.
Mm-hmm. It's so close.
Let's get her. now we gotta adjust the engine. Obviously, it's hard to tell when the engine is by itself, but you can now see with the trans on there that we are sideways, brother. We're gonna use the trans jack it up, pull it over a little bit, and see if we can't position the engine mounts and reconfigure this. But it does need to go up a little bit more. And then once we do that, we can configure, take some measurements, and then line it up as close as we can get with the Bulldog and go from there. We've now a new issue. The FDF kit is hitting the ISR headers. So you can see it on this side, it's this fully bolted on. We need to move this over a considerable amount. Like you see the trans needs to go over another inch or so. So I'm not sure what to do here. It's either we modify the FDF, or which is a lot easier than modifying the headers. And what do you think, Connor?
I mean, I'd rather modify the FDF, but...
The nice thing, I mean, that is only a bolt, and there's multiple other spots that, you know, bolt in at that bracket. It's definitely not like ideal at all, but yeah, you see it really well from here. That's crazy. Yeah, I was gonna say, if you shave it down like an inch or so, it probably clearances it nicely.
Plenty of thread engagement.
Yeah, that's silly. I mean, it's a lot of thread. If you look at it, it's like the whole, it's like a whole couple, it's like full inch, if not more, of 2 inches of thread. So, okay, well, gotta do what you gotta do, I suppose. This is race car things, guys. There we go, buddy.
Should be good.
Yeah, you think that'll be enough room?
We'll see. I'll put it in and see if it...
We'll just keep R&D-ing, man.
Yeah. I mean, that's still plenty of thread.
I was gonna say, that's a lot of space. Honestly, even if you cut it to like right here,
yeah,
it'd still be plenty good.
I don't really want to cut it any more than this, and this should be plenty.
Yeah. Well, you got them out, so I believe you can get it back in.
Oh, I can get it back in. Oh, man.
Still more? Yeah, I'm thinking so. Oh, okay, I see what you're saying now. Now you try and move it over. Still close? Oh, that's close. Damn, yeah, you're right. Yeah. I think we might need... Well, I mean, is it sent? It needs to go over a little more. So like, there we go, right there. That looks pretty damn centered. So I guess we should see if the other one lines up now, but.
Yeah, I can't even see it there.
Yeah, it's kind of weird to line up for sure.
Well, this needs to come back, so it very well could.
This is kind of cool. Okay, so we kind of making her straight. Oh.
As straight as she gonna get.
Hell yeah, dude. Look at her. Check this out. I think this is either a TH400 or yeah, it's like a turbo. Look at this big boy output. God dang. I love race cars. You see that? Yeah. Freaking massive. It ain't breaking. It's so crazy. And I don't want to sit here and talk about money, but it's crazy to think that this little guy right here is more expensive than like half the cars in my garage.
It's more expensive than my car, that's for sure.
It's nuts. Oh boy. So I don't know if you guys remember the first time we drove this car, it made a lot of really good turbo noises. Then I just put a filter on it. Didn't make any turbo noises anymore. I think we're gonna make some turbo noises now. Connor, will be an intake. This is what happens, or this is what gives you the sound of the compressor surge, is having this intake piping. I bet you with the curve too, the longer curve, it's gonna sound sick. Try not to wake up my daughter, but you know what? It'd be like that sometimes. Uh-oh. Let's see. Let's see. Hopefully it's not dead. Ooh. Yeah. What's funny is like it's really not bad for being a hood dumped car. I think it helps it being 2-inch piping, and then it's a small turbo, so it muffles it a ton. It's a little stinky though. Well, damn. Maybe it needs some load. We'll have to take it for a drive, but either way, I know it sounded good with this exact pipe on it, so whatever. It probably just wasn't building any boost right here. It might have been surging. The exhaust might be super loud. We got turbo noises, baby. We decided about halfway through that as cool as this looked, we needed to do polyurethane bushings just so we didn't get too crazy and rattly and didn't break anything. Because we definitely don't want to break any of these gears off. We had a bit of a hiccup, and we thankfully, we figured it out, but the engine, we had to make sure that the engine was centered, but not sideways. And I don't know what to say about the guy who actually did all the fabrication on this car. Nothing really fits with not only like the bumpers and nothing really fits. They obviously changed the motor mounts, and that really screwed everything up because the motor would either be really far one way or really tilted. It was too short too, right, Connor? So it's way too short or way too low down. Connor had to make some poly bushings under it because it also just gives a bit of a buffer as well. So not gonna be as rough. Hopefully don't break anything because it's the last thing I want to do on this car ever. That's the whole point of the entire car. What do you got going on now? You're redoing the whole spiel?
I just built this. This will have 2 bolt holes here. We're gonna plate the ends. We'll probably have to cut a little bit up here. But the tubes will now, well, this box is going to encase the bushing.
Okay, cool.
With plenty of room to articulate.
Okay.
And then the tubes will be then welded onto the end to the frame rails there.
Okay. Same way before, except without that middle piece. The cuts are cool. Nice and it's satisfying to look at. It's still hot?
Yeah, it's a little hot.
Better hurry up, buddy. Oh, that's cool, man. Oh, yes. This is exciting. I got a kind of a drivetrain. Now we can just take measurements and tell the boys at the drive shaft shop what to do. So the last thing to do for us down here in the drivetrain, custom drive shafts are very common. I just use a local mom and pop shop that does a really good job. You measure from the very back of the output right there, and you measure to the flange of the input right here. So usually, I mean, you gotta make sure it's like very flat, and you have to be very precise, like down to the 1/16 of an inch usually. And then you usually can get, depending on if your yoke has any play or anything, can sometimes get away with like 1/2 inch or so, maybe. But I've had drive shafts where I've been a 1/16 off and I've had to bring it back. This is gonna be a one piece from here to up there. And that's it, that's all she wrote. This car could drive under its own power. As soon as that's done, get an ECU and wire it up. Simple as. While he's here, he's gonna be doing the powertrain, drivetrain, all that kind of stuff. So shimmed the engine. Gave me a little bit of space for the dry sump right there, which is really cool on the motor mount. I don't know who, I don't know. That's silly design, but it is what it is. Finished up the rear. I don't know how much of this I actually showed you, but it does look fantastic back here. Like Connor did this right there, and then this is my favorite part right here. I hope I have some good before, Connor, because it looks OEM. So yeah. That's sick. It's really, really sick. So I got some pictures of that from the upside of that, and then it's coming together, man. While he's here, we did the rear end cleanup, engine mount and trans. The main next 2 things are going to be mounting the body kit, which I have, which I'm really excited to show you guys. That's one. And then probably another day is going to be all the interior stuff. A lot of interior work. Not only just like, making stuff nice in there, but we're going to have to be doing we're going to probably put the power steering and dry sump reservoirs in the interior of the car, probably behind the dash. And then hydro mounting, floor pedals or floor plates, pedal box, all the master cylinders. It's going to be some work. And after he's done, wiring and plumbing. I need to go to ECU Master and pick up the EMU for this. We're working with ECU Master USA, and I'm really excited about that. We've got some of their newer stuff. I'll show it off whenever I actually get it, but we're going to be showing off some of their really nice electronics. And I've used ECU Master a lot, and it's a fantastic ECU. A lot of tuners prefer it. It works really well. It's very simple to set up. It's got really good base maps. Big shouts to Connor. You're gonna see him next couple videos as we sort of wrap up the Z before we literally wrap up the Z. Oh, I can't show you the orange bumper? Damn it. I showed him the orange bumper, Connor. I didn't mean to do that. Crap. Well, it's a little spoiler alert. Fancy, huh? Now we just get to hang out and start all over again tomorrow. Connor's getting some doors. How does the wheel feel? I tinkered with the settings for literally like 4 hours one night. I think I made it as best I could. It's bedtime. This is the first video out of 2 when Connor was here, and I'm really excited to show you guys the next video where we finally mount and install my body kit and the radiator and finish up the fab. We've got a bunch to do to this car still. I actually have a wiring harness currently being made for the entire car. Very expensive. Did not realize how expensive wiring was, by the way. Like the $10,000 to wire a car is nuts. But this car's gonna turn out amazing, and I'm so excited because I keep wanting a reliable car. I'm really praying that this car is going to be the reliable, fun one for me. It's gonna be a low horsepower stock, pretty much stock LS3. Fun, just fun everything. It's gonna be a good car. I'm very excited about it. My advice for you guys today is take life a day at a time and get done what you can get done. Also, understand that making today easy makes tomorrow harder, and being disciplined might make today harder, but it will make tomorrow easier. And that's my advice for you. Work hard today. Take it a day at a time. I know it's overwhelming how much you have to do, how much you need to do, but believe me, it's worth taking it a day at a time and just doing everything you can today, doing what you can. With how human you are, you can only do so much, but you can use your day and be just as productive as you possibly can. Love you all. I'll see you guys next video. Peace.